Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Chapter 5.
Speaking of overlooked beginnings, this whole anti-Dongzhou thing, it really kicks off with Cao Cao in a really dangerous spot. I mean, imagine this. Chen Gong, who was traveling with him, was literally about to kill him, like sword drawn, ready to go.
Oh, okay.
But then, last second, he just stops. He decides it would be unjust. So instead of killing him, he just abandons Cao Cao and takes off before dawn. It's really revealing, I think. Cao Cao figures out Chen Gong suspected him of being, the text says, unkind, ruthless, basically.
Right, so he can't stay.
Exactly. He realizes it's too dangerous. Chen Gong might talk, or others might suspect him. So he decides, that very night, I'm out of here. He flees Chenliu.
But he's not just running scared, is he? He immediately pivots. He decides he's going to recruit a righteous army.
Yes. To support the Han dynasty against Dongzhuo, he frames Dongzhuo as someone abusing the emperor and harming the people.
So it's not just personal survival, it's instantly political. Strategic.
What's fascinating here is that switch from mortal danger one minute to grand strategy the next. But an army needs, well, it needs money. Lots of it.
Cold hard cash.
Yeah.
Or, resources.
Right. And his father gives him some really crucial advice. He says, go find Wei Hong.
Wei Hong. Okay, who's he?
He's described as his Yaolian. That's a term for someone recommended for office because they're like super filial and known for integrity.
Ah, okay, a respected figure.
Exactly. And crucially, Wei Hong was known for being incredibly generous and having vast family wealth.
A perfect combination.
Absolutely essential back then. You could have the best cause in the world, but without a wealthy patron, it probably wasn't going anywhere.
So Cao Cao goes to him.
Straight to him, makes his pitch, and Wei Hong doesn't even hesitate. He's immediately like, yes, take my family assets, use them for the cause.
Wow, that's impressive. Was Wei Hong just that principled, or maybe he saw potential in Cao Cao, or just hated Dongzhou that much?
Probably a mix of all three. It shows Wei Hong's conviction, for sure.
Yeah.
But maybe also a shrewd calculation about Cao Cao's potential.
Yeah.
And yeah, everyone knew how bad things were under Dongzhou. Someone had to step up.
So, okay. Wei Hong's money is secured. Cao Cao has the resources. What's next?
He gets right to work. He issues something called the Jiaozhao, a false edict.
A false edict. So, he faked a message from the emperor.
Pretty much. It wasn't just a lie, though. It was smart politics, propaganda, really. He's using the idea of imperial authority, which people still respected deeply, to make his rebellion seem legitimate, even without the actual emperor's okay.
Clever. Risky, but clever.
Very. He sends this fake edict out to all the different provinces, and he sets up this big white recruitment banner.
What did it say?
Just two characters. Zongyi. Loyalty and righteousness. Powerful stuff.
And did it work? Did people actually sign up based on a fake edict and a banner?
Like you wouldn't believe?
Yeah.
The source says recruits started pouring in like rain.
Wow.
It just shows how much simmering resentment there was against Dongzhou. People were just waiting for a banner to rally under.
So who are the first key people to join him?
He quickly gets this core group of really capable guys. First up, the text mentions Lu Jin and Li Dian. Both become important commanders for him later on.
Okay. Li Jin, Li Dian. Got it.
Then comes a really big boost. The Jihu connection.
Ah, right. Xiahou Dun. He's pretty famous.
That's him, Xiahou Dun, described as tough, formidable. Apparently he killed someone when he was just 14 for insulting his teacher. Had to flee because of it.
Whoa. Intense backstory.
Definitely. He shows up with 1,000 strong men, and he brings his clan brother, Xiahou Yuan, who also brings 1,000 men.
2,000 men right there. That's significant.
Huge. But here's where it gets really interesting, the family connection you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, tell me about that. It's not just that they're allies, right?
No, it's much closer. Get this. Cao Cao's father, Cao Song, he was originally born as Jihu.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he was adopted into the Cao family.
So Xiahou Dun and Xiahou Yuan are Cao Cao's cousins, or something like that.
Pretty much, they're kin. Which makes their joining not just strategic, but like a family rallying. It adds this whole layer of loyalty right at the core of his forces.
That's fascinating. I never knew that connection was so direct.
It's easily missed. And then right after them, Cao Cao's actual cousins join up. Cao Ren and Cao Hong.
More family.
Yep. Each brings over 1,000 soldiers too. And both are noted as being skilled in archery, horsemanship, martial arts, real assets.
So Cao Cao's initial core is built on loyalty, family ties, and some serious military skill.
Exactly. And remember Wei Hong. He keeps the support coming. He uses his wealth to provide armor, banners, all the gear they need.
So it wasn't just seed money.
Not at all. sustained support. And others start sending provisions too, described as countless. This lets Cao Cao actually train his growing army, turn them from just recruits into a proper fighting force.
That logistical support is so critical, isn't it? Often overlooked.
Absolutely. You can have all the soldiers in the world, but if you can't feed and equip them, you've got nothing.
Okay, so Cao Cao has his core team, funding, and a growing army in Chenliu. How does this spread? How does it become a national movement?
Well, that false edict starts doing its work. It reaches Yuan Shao.
Ah, Yuan Shao, a big name. Powerful family background.
Very powerful. He gets the edict, and boom, he immediately gathers 30,000 troops.
30,000, just like that.
Just like that. And Cao Cao follows up the edict with a more formal proclamation, a Xinan, sent everywhere. And this thing is absolutely scathing.
What did it say? More than just the fake edict.
Oh, yeah. It accuses Dongzhou point blank of betraying heaven and earth, destroying the nation, killing the ruler, defiling the palace, harming the people. I mean, it lists everything.
Holding nothing back.
And it boldly claims they have a secret imperial edict to, quote, cleanse China. It's a masterclass in wartime propaganda.
That's quite the call to arms. And the response.
Monumental.
Oh.
Just huge. This wasn't just Yuan Shao anymore. Lords from all over start raising armies. Some 30,000, others 10 or 20,000.
All heading for Luoyang, where Dongzhou was.
Converging on Luoyang, yeah.
Yeah.
The text says their camps stretched over 200 lies.
Which is?
Roughly 60, maybe 70 miles.
Yeah.
Let's imagine camps stretching that far. It gives you a sense of the sheer scale.
Incredible. How many lords ended up joining?
The list names 17 specific lords who answered the call. You got Yuan Shao, of course, his brother Yuan Shu, Han Fu, Kong Zu, Lu Dai, Wang Kuang, Zhang Miao. It's a long list.
Qiao Mao, Yuan Yi, Bao Xin, Kong Rong.
Zhang Xiao, Tao Qian, Ma Teng, Gong Xinzan.
Zhang Yang, Sun Jin. Wow. That's basically everyone who's anyone, right?
Pretty much all the major regional powers at the time. And Yuan Shao is listed last. Interestingly, perhaps implying his eventual leadership role.
So this wasn't just a small rebellion. This was the nation rising up.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's staggering. You have nearly 24 powerful figures, many with their own ambitions and rivalries, all coming together.
What does that tell you?
It shows just how deep the hatred for Dongzhou ran, but also maybe the lingering power of the Han dynasty's name. Even a fake edict invoking the emperor was enough to unite them, at least for now.
That for now feels important.
Well, it is the romance of the Three Kingdoms, after all.
Mhm.
Alliances can be temporary.
Okay, so among these 17 powerful lords marching with their huge armies, there's this little side story, an unexpected encounter.
Ah, yes. Involving Gong Sunzan. He's the prefect of Beiping, leading 15,000 elite troops. A major force.
And as he's traveling, he passes through Pingwen County, and who does he run into?
None other than Zhu Kuande. Better known to us as Liu Bei.
Liu Bei, finally. But what's he doing there? Is he already a big deal?
Not even close. And here's the kicker. He's just the county magistrate of Pingwan. A pretty low-level administrative job.
A county magistrate. Liu Bei, wow!
And he only got that job because Gong Sunzan helped him out earlier. Patronage again.
So, really humble beginnings. That's surprising.
It really puts his later achievements in perspective, doesn't it? And get this. His famous sworn brothers, Guan Yu and Zhang Fei.
Yeah. What about them? Generals already.
Nope. At this point, Guan Yu is described as a horse archer and Zhang Fei, a foot archer.
Just regular soldiers, basically.
Pretty much standard military roles, not the godlike warriors they become in legend yet.
That's wild. So Gong Sunzan sees them.
He does. And he apparently sighs and says something like, "What a waste. Your heroism is buried here." He tells Liu Bei, "Look, ditch this minor office. Come with me. Join the alliance. Let's save the Han dynasty."
An invitation to greatness. How do they react?
Well, Zhang Fei, being Zhang Fei, apparently blurts out, I wish we could have killed that tyrant Dongzhou ourselves long ago. You know, hot-headed as always.
Classic Zhang Fei. And Guan Yu.
Guan Yu is more measured, more practical. He just says something like, "The time is right. We should prepare to go. Calm, collected, ready for action." That dynamic is already there.
So what does this whole episode mean, this humble start for Liu Bei and his brothers?
I think it really shows that, well, heroes aren't always born into power. Sometimes they start small. They're waiting for that right moment, that right cause, to really ignite their potential. It makes their story much more relatable, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Not starting at the top. So Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei, they just pack up and go.
Yep. With just a few riders, they join Gongsun Zan's contingent, heading off to meet with Cao Cao and all the other lords.
Yep.
Another piece falls into place.
Okay, so now everyone's gathered. 17 lords, maybe more unofficially. Huge armies. What's the first order of business?
Uniting them, getting organized. Wang Kuang, one of the lords, stands up and says, "Look, we need a leader. An alliance chief everyone respects and obeys."
Makes sense. Otherwise, it's just chaos. Who gets nominated?
Cao Cao steps forward and nominates Yuan Shao.
Ah, okay. Why him?
Cao Cao lays out the reasons. His family served as high officials for 4 generations. He has tons of old contacts and subordinates. He's a descendant of Han prime ministers. Basically, he has the pedigree, the influence, the respect.
Did Yuan Shao jump at it?
Actually, no. He refuses at first. You know, the classic display of modesty. "Oh, no, I'm not worthy," that kind of thing.
But they persuade him.
Oh, yeah. Everyone insists. It's pretty clear he's the consensus choice.
Yeah.
So eventually he accepts the leadership.
All right, so Yuan Shao is the leader. How do they make it official? Just a handshake?
Oh, no. Much more formal than that. This needs ceremony. This needs weight. They build a 3-tiered altar.
Okay, sounds serious.
Theory. It's decorated with banners representing the 5 directions. A big white mao that's a banner made of yak-tail hair, symbolizing military authority, and a yellow U, which is a ceremonial axe, representing the power to command and execute.
Symbols of power.
Exactly. And they lay out all the military seals and the general's official prints. This is serious business.
So, the ceremony itself.
Yuan Shao climbs the altar, he burns incense, and then he reads the alliance oath aloud.
The oath, what did it say? What promises were they making?
It starts by denouncing Dong Zhuo again, calling him a treacherous minister, accusing him of harming the emperor, the highest authority, and abusing the common people. Standard stuff by now.
Right, setting the stage.
But then comes a pledge. All the allies swear to unite their strength and minds, to be loyal, and to have no second thoughts. Complete commitment.
And if they break the oath?
The consequences are dire. Anyone who turns back or betrays the cause will lose their lives and have their descendants cut off.
Whoa, that's intense. Lose their lives and their descendants.
Yeah, a blood oath in the truest sense. It binds not just them, but their entire lineage. It raises the stakes incredibly high.
How did the other lords react to hearing this?
The text says Yuan Shao delivered it with such passion that the assembled lords cried profusely.
Cried, really?
Yeah. It's easy to be cynical, but you have to think about the context. The fear, the anger, the frustration they'd been living under with Dongzhu. This oath, this ceremony, it wasn't just politics. It was probably a huge emotional release, a moment of shared purpose against overwhelming tyranny.
That's a powerful image. Unity forged in shared grief and anger.
Absolutely. It really highlights how utterly despised Dongzhuo was and how desperate they were. After the oath, Yuan Shao gets down to business immediately.
First orders as alliance leader?
Yep, first logistics. He appoints his brother, Yuan Shu, to be in charge of grain and supplies for all the camps. Smart move. Keep the massive army fed.
Crucial. And then?
Then, the military part. He calls for a vanguard force. Someone needs to step up and challenge Dongzhu's forces at Sisui Pass.
That would be Sun Jin, known as the Tiger of Jiangdong, famous for his ferocity. He volunteers to lead the vanguard.
And Yuan Shao, the coalition leader, he's okay with this.
Oh yeah, he praises him, calls him Wen Tai, which is his style name, acknowledges his reputation for bravery.
So far, so good for the coalition. Unity, a brave leader. The fight is about to begin. Dongzhuo.
Yeah.
He seized control. Emperor's basically a hostage. He's running the court.
Right. And in response, all these regional leaders, warlords, princes, they form this massive coalition against him.
But Dongzhuo himself, well, pretty comfortable, actually. He's in Luoyang, the capital, enjoying banquets every day. Almost complacent.
Yeah, complacent is a good word. And you could argue that's, his first big mistake. He's so caught up in the perks of power that he doesn't seem to really get the scale of the threat that's building. It's kind of a classic case, really. Power leading to overconfidence.
We see that again and again.
Exactly. And the first thing that shakes him out of this is some urgent news from Sisui Pass brought by his advisor, Li Ru.
Right. And that news really kicks things off. Dongzhu calls his generals together. Who steps up first?
His adopted son, none other than Lu Bu, the War Marquis.
Ah, Lu Bu, always confident.
Brimming with it. He basically says he sees these coalition princes as grass and weeds, wants to cut off their heads and hang them at the city gate. Pure swagger.
But just as he's saying this,
Yes.
Someone else steps forward.
Yes, an interruption. And it's quite dramatic. This huge figure, Huo Xiong from Guangzhou.
And the description is something else, isn't it? Like 9 feet tall.
Yeah, tiger's body, wolf's waist, leopard's head, and ape's arms. I mean, just visually striking.
Definitely paints a picture. And Hua Xiong basically tells Lu Bu to sit down.
Pretty much. He says, why bother the marquis? He claims he can take the heads of these princes himself, like taking something from a bag. Hua Xiong is making a direct play for Dong Zhuo's favor.
And Dong Zhuo loves it.
Oh, absolutely delighted. He immediately promotes Hua Xiong, makes him Shaoji Xiaowei, Cavalier Commandant, gives him a big command.
And sends him off with a huge force.
A massive force. 50,000 infantry and cavalry, plus Li Su, Hu Zhen, and Zhao Shen go with him. Straight to Sichuan Pass. This is where the action starts.
Okay, so Hua Xiong is Dong Zhuo's new champion heading to the front line. Who steps up for the coalition to meet him?
There's another leader, Ji Beisheng Baoxian. He's worried Sun Jin will get all the glory. So he secretly sends his own brother, Bao Zhang, with 3,000 men, trying to sneak ahead and attack the pass first.
Sneaking ahead. That doesn't sound very coalition-like. Ambition getting in the way already.
Exactly. It shows that lack of unified purpose, that internal rivalry that just plagues them from the start.
And how does Bao Zhang's little expedition go?
It's a disaster. Hua Xiong, leading just 500 iron cavalry, meets him head-on. Kills Bao Zhang with a single stroke, captures a lot of his officers.
Just like that. One stroke. Hua Xiong is living up to the hype.
Absolutely. He sends Bao Zhang's head back to Dong Zhuo as proof. And guess what?
Another promotion.
You got it. Promoted again, this time to Dudu Commander. His star is rising fast and terrifyingly.
Okay, so that's a major blow for the coalition right out of the gate. But Sun Jian, the tiger of Jiangdong, he doesn't back down.
No, he presses on. He arrives at Sichuan Pass with his core generals. Real heavy hitters.
Let's hear him.
Okay, you've got Cheng Pu with his iron spine snake spear, Huang Gai wielding an iron whip, Han Dang carrying a great saber, and Zhu Mao with double sabers. These guys are legendary in their own right.
That's quite a lineup. So Sun Jian's turn to face Hua Xiong's forces.
Right, and they actually have some initial success. Cheng Ku, one of Sun Jian's generals, fights Hua Xiong's deputy Hu Zhen, who came out with 5,000 troops.
And Cheng Pu wins.
Yep, defeats and kills Hu Zhen. Sun Jian's army pushes forward right up to the pass itself. It looks promising for a moment,
A bit.
but they get driven back. A hail of arrows and stones from the defenders on the walls. So a small victory, yes, but the pass holds strong.
So a stalemate?
Yeah.
Or does something else happen?
Something much worse happens. Something that really shows the coalition's weakness. Treachery from within.
Oh no.
Yuan Shu, another powerful warlord in the coalition. Someone apparently whispers in his ear, hey, if Sun Jin breaks through to Luoyang, he'll just become another tyrant, another tiger.
So jealousy again. Fear of a rival.
Precisely. And based on that fear, Yuan Shu makes a truly shocking move. He holds back the grain supplies meant for Sun Jin's army.
Wait, he starves his own ally on the front line.
Yeah, it does. Cuts off their food. It's not just betrayal. It's incredibly stupid strategically for the coalition as a whole.
That's unbelievable. It just highlights how fractured they really were, doesn't it?
Totally. Their biggest enemy wasn't just Dong Zhuo out in front. It was their own distrust and ambition behind the lines. Yuan Shu's move basically kneecaps Sun Jian.
And you can bet Dong Zhuo's side takes advantage.
Immediately, Li Su sees the opportunity. Sun Jin's army is hungry, demoralized, disorganized. He proposes a night attack to Hua Xiong.
A coordinated attack.
Yeah, Li Su will take a side path and attack from the rear while Hua Xiong hits them from the front, squeeze them in the middle.
Classic pincer move. And it works.
Perfectly. It's a clear moonlit night. Around midnight, Hua Xiong and Li Su launch their attacks. Sun Jian's camp erupts into chaos.
Sun Ji must have been caught completely by surprise.
Totally. He scrambles to get his armor on, confronts Hua Xiong directly, tries to fight back.
Does he manage to land a blow?
He tries. He fires 2 arrows at Hua Xiong, but Hua Xiong dodges both. Then he draws his bow for a 3rd shot. And he pulls so hard in his desperation, the bow actually breaks. His famous magpie-painted bow snaps.
Wow. Weaponless, army in chaos. He has to run.
He has to flee. The only one who manages to stay with him is his loyal general, Zhu Mao, just the 2 of them escaping the massacre.
Hua Xiong must be right behind them.
Relentlessly pursuing, and this leads to one of the most famous moments of loyalty and sacrifice in the novel.
Okay, what happens?
They're riding hard, Hua Xiong closing in. Zhu Mao sees Sun Jin is wearing this really distinctive red scarf, and Chize It makes him an obvious target.
Right, like a beacon for Huashong.
Exactly. So Zhu Mao says, "My lord, give me the scarf. You take my helmet. We split up. He'll follow the scarf."
Oh, man. Zhu Mao is offering himself as bait.
A complete decoy. Sun Jian agrees. They swap headgear and ride off in different directions.
And Huashong falls for it.
He does. He chases the red scarf, the symbol of the leader. Zhu Mao rides for a bit, then hangs the scarf on a burnt pillar and hides himself in some nearby trees.
Clever. Trying to buy Sun Ji in time.
Trying to. Huashong's troops surround the pillar, realize it's a trick. Zhu Mao, seeing his chance, leaps out from hiding and tries to ambush Huashong himself.
A desperate last stand.
Incredibly brave, but ultimately tragic. Huashong is just too formidable. He cuts Zhu Mao down with his saber.
Wow. What a sacrifice. Just incredible loyalty.
It really is. It's one of those moments that defines the era, the intense personal loyalty some of these warriors have for their lords. Just heartbreaking.
Absolutely. Really sticks with you. Big coalition of lords. They're all supposed to be united against Dong Zhuo, this major tyrant figure, but things aren't exactly going to plan for them. The mood is dense.
It really is. You immediately get the sense of, well, despair. Sun Jian, he's a big deal. Sun Wentai, they called him. He's just been crushed by Dongzhu's general, Huashong. And it's worse than just a defeat. He lost his loyal officer, Zhu Mao. Sun Jian is described as being completely grief-stricken. So when the news gets back to the leader of the coalition, Yuan Shao, he's just stunned. He actually says, "I didn't expect Sun Wentai to be defeated by Huashong." And this comes right after another loss where General Bao's brother just charged ahead foolishly and got himself and his soldiers killed. So morale is low, really low.
Yep, you can almost picture the scene. The sources literally say that after Yuan Shao lists these defeats, the lords just fell silent, complete silence. And then, to make it even worse, a scout runs in saying Huashong is right outside their gates, and he's using a long pole to dangle Sun Jian's own red turban, shouting insults, daring them to come out and fight. It's pure humiliation.
Absolutely. It's a direct attack on their collective honor, their pride. It really forces the question, doesn't it? In this moment, when everyone's feeling beaten down and publicly shamed, who's actually got the nerve to step forward? Who's going to lead?
Right, because these are powerful men, but maybe not always the bravest when things look bad. So it's right at this low point that another important figure, Gongsun Zan, finally shows up. And he's not alone. He brings these three guys with him, and they're about to change everything. He introduces one as Liu Bei, his childhood sworn brother, who's a prefect of Pingwan. And interestingly, Cao Cao immediately perks up. He knows the name. He asks, "Isn't that Liu Xuande, the one who beat the yellow turbans?"
Yes, and this interaction, it tells you so much about the social dynamics back then. Liu Bei gets recognized for his past deeds, and crucially, his connection to the Han imperial family. Yuan Shao even says, "Oh, he's Han royalty, get him a seat." But Liu Bei, he very pointedly takes the lowest seat. And his brothers, Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, they just stand behind him. It's a perfect picture of that rigid hierarchy. Status often mattered more than, well, actual ability.
And that rigidity is about to get a serious stress test. Because Huashong is still out there, yelling. So Yuan Shu's general, Yu Shi, volunteers, steps up. But it doesn't go well. The report comes back almost immediately. Yu Shi fought Huashong for maybe, less than 3 rounds, and Huashong beheaded him.
Just like that, Krim.
Then Han Fu pipes up, offers his general Pan Feng. He goes out carrying this huge axe, looking tough.
But it's the same story.
Yeah, news comes back. Pan Feng was also beheaded by Huashong. Now Yuan Shao is really starting to panic. He's lamenting, "Oh, it's such a pity my best generals, Yan Liang and Wen Chao, aren't here yet." The despair is palpable now. And then, boom, a loud voice cuts through all that gloom. Someone from the back ranks declares, "This little general is willing to go get Huashong's head and present it right here." Everyone just stares. Who said that? And the description we get is just legendary. 9 feet tall. Okay, maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but huge, with this incredible 2-foot-long beard, phoenix eyes, silkworm eyebrows, a face like a crimson date, and this booming voice like a giant bell. It's Guan Yu, Liu Bei's brother.
I mean, what an entrance, right? But it immediately highlights that clash between merit and birthright again. Because Yuan Shao asks, "Okay, who is this guy? What's his rank?" And Gongsun Zan has to admit, well, he's just a horse archer serving under Liu Bei. And Yuan Shu just explodes. He's furious. "Are you kidding me? Are you mocking us lords? We have no generals, so some horse archer speaks up. Throw him out."
It's pure snobbery. He can't see past the rank. But Cao Cao steps in. Again, he's a pragmatist here. He tells Yuan Shu basically, "Calm down. Look, the guy spoke boldly. Maybe he actually has courage and skill. Let him try. What's the harm? If he fails, then we blame him."
Cao Cao even offers Guan Yu a cup of hot wine before he goes. A gesture of respect, maybe. And Guan Yu's response, absolutely, I can't. Leave the wine. I'll be right back. The confidence is just immense.
You can just imagine the silence in the tent then. All they can hear are the drums outside getting louder, more intense. The text says the shout sounded like heaven collapsing and earth tearing apart, mountains shaking, just chaos. They're getting ready to send someone to see what's happening, and then you hear the jingle of horse bells. A rider is coming back, fast. It's Guan Yu, and he's holding Hua Xiong's head, which he just, casually tosses onto the ground in front of them.
And here's the kicker, the detail everyone remembers. The wine Cao Cao poured, still warm.
Still warm. It's incredible. Instant legend. There's even a poem about it right after in the text celebrating how Guan Yu, Yun Chang, paused his drink, showed his courage, and beheaded Hua Xiong before the wine could cool.
It's just this moment of pure, shocking success against all odds completely changes the mood.
Well, mostly changes the mood. The victory is huge, but it doesn't magically fix all the internal politics, does it? Zhang Fei, Guan Yu's other brother, he's all fired up. He immediately shouts, "My brother killed Hua Xiong. Let's storm the pass right now. Capture Dongzuo. What are we waiting for?"
But Yuan Shu is still there, still resentful. He snaps back immediately, scoffing at this mere subordinate of a county official, daring to show off and tell them what to do.
Still caught up on rank.
Exactly. But again, it's Cao Cao who speaks sense. He says, basically, reward achievement. Who cares about rank? It's such a clear window into Cao Cao's thinking, his pragmatism, his eye for talent. And later, even though the leaders disperse, Cao Cao quietly sends supplies, beef and wine, to Liu Bei and his brothers, acknowledging them, consoling them maybe.
Or investing in them.
Could be. He's definitely showing he recognizes their value, unlike some of the others. It's very shrewd.
Meanwhile, the news about Hua Xiong obviously gets back to Dongzhu.
Yeah.
And it hits hard. His advisor, Li Ru, gives him some pretty chilling advice. He says, look, Hua Xiong is gone, Yuan Shao is leading the enemy, and Yuan Shao's uncle, Yuan Wei, is the grand tutor right here in the capital.
The implication is clear. There's a huge risk of betrayal from within, an inside job.
So Dongzhu doesn't hesitate. He gives the order. Send soldiers, surround Yuan Wei's entire household, and exterminate everyone. Old, young, doesn't matter. Kill them all.
Utterly brutal.
And then he has Yuan Wei's head sent to the coalition forces at the pass, as a warning.
It's just horrifying, but it shows you the stakes. This is the reality of power struggles in that era. Dongzhu is cornered, lashing out with extreme violence to maintain control. It escalates everything.
Definitely. A grim turn after that moment of triumph. And this brutality is backed by serious military force.
How much are we talking?
The source mentions a huge army, 200,000 troops.
200,000, that's enormous.
And he positions them strategically. It's split into two main forces.
Okay, how so?
First, there's a force of about 50,000, led by Li Ju and Guo Si. They're stationed at Sishui Pass.
Sishui Pass, got it.
And interestingly, their initial orders are not to fight, just hold the position.
Playing defense? Or maybe baiting the allies?
Could be. It's just confidence, maybe arrogance, holding back the main punch.
Which was where?
The main force, 150,000 troops, is with Dongzhuo himself.
Oh, okay.
Along with his key advisors and generals, Li Ru, Fan Shao, Zhang Ji, and crucially, Lu Bu.
Lu Bu, the ultimate warrior.
Exactly, and they're positioned at Hulao Pass.
Hulao Pass. That sounds important.
Extremely. It's only about 50 miles or maybe 15 miles or so from Luoyang, the capital. It's the main strategic gateway.
The choke point.
You got it. And Lu Bu gets a specific role here. Dongzhu tasks him with leading 30,000 troops to set up a big camp in front of Hulao Pass.
So Lu Bu is the forward defense, while Dongzhu stays safe inside the pass.
That seems to be the idea. It shows how much Dongzhu relies on Lu Bu as his shield, his primary weapon. His presence alone is meant to intimidate.
Right. So, word of all this gets back to the allied warlords, led by Yuan Shao.
Yuan Shao calls a meeting.
And this is where Cao Cao makes a key suggestion.
Yes. He sees Dongzhu's deployment and suggests a direct response.
What's his plan?
He proposes taking half of the Allies' combined strength and meeting Dongzhu's main force head-on, specifically targeting Hulai Pass.
Straight at the main threat. Why is that considered smart?
Well, Cao Cao seems to grasp the core issue. It's not just about fighting Dongzhu's numbers everywhere. It's about neutralizing the key threat.
Which is Dongzhu himself, protected by Lu Bu and the pass.
Exactly. Cao Cao's thinking seems to be, if we can break through Lu Bu and take Hulao, Dongzhu's position collapses. Shatter the shield, expose the leader. Basic but brilliant strategy.
Okay, so they decide to go for it. Which warlords are sent to face Lu Bu at Hulao?
8 of them are assigned to the task force. Wang Huang, Cao Mao, Bao Xin, Yuan Yi, Sun Rong, Zhang Yang, Tao Qian, and Gong Sunzan.
Coalition. And Cao Cao.
He's assigned to provide support from the rear.
So the stage is set. Wang Huang's troops arrive first. They line up. And then Lu Bu makes his entrance.
And the novel gives us this incredible, really vivid description. It's like something out of an epic poem.
Paint the picture for us.
Okay, so imagine. He's wearing this 3-pronged purple gold crown, a red brocade 100-flower robe, this intricate beast-faced swallowhead-linked armor, and a delicate lion head belt.
Wow, visually stunning. Not exactly blending in.
Not at all. He's armed with his bow and arrows, carrying his famous painted halberd, and riding the legendary wind-whistling red-hair horse. It's all designed to impress, to intimidate.
Which links to that famous saying, right?
Exactly. Human among humans, Lu Bu, red hair among horses. It just tells you this guy is peak performance, almost mythical.
And he proves it immediately. Wang Huang sends out his general, Fang Yu.
Right, Fang Yu of Henne. He rides out to challenge Lu Bu.
How does that go?
Badly. For Fang Yu, anyway. The text says under 5 bouts, so just a few quick clashes. Lu Bu runs him through with the halberd. Kills him instantly.
Just like that. Under 5 bouts.
Just like that. And then Lu Bu just charges straight into Wang Huang's army. The novel says it was as if entering an uninhabited land.
Total chaos. He just cuts through them.
Completely routs them. It's not just a victory, it's a demolition. It shows how one incredibly dominant warrior could just shatter morale.
It's psychological warfare almost.
Absolutely. Pure shock and awe.
But Wang Huang gets saved.
Yeah. Luckily for him, Cao Mao and Yuan Yi arrive with their forces just in time. They manage to engage Lu Bu and force him back temporarily.
But the damage is done.
Oh, yeah. The 3 allied warlords took heavy losses. They had to retreat 30 lies, regroup.
And then the other 5 allied armies arrive. What's the mood?
Well, the discussion is all about Lu Bu. Everyone's basically saying, wow, this guy is unstoppable. His heroism is unmatched.
But Lu Bu doesn't give them much time to talk.
Nope. He comes right back out and issues another challenge.
Who takes him on this time?
Zhang Yang sends his general, Mu Xin of Shangdang.
And, let me guess.
Yep, even quicker this time. The source just says, Mu Xin was instantly killed by Lu Bu's halberd.
Unbelievable. Just one shot.
Seems like it. No contest.
Okay, anyone else brave enough? Or foolish enough?
Well, Kong Rong's general, Wu Angguo, steps up next. He's armed with a heavy iron hammer. Seems like a solid counter.
Does it work?
He lasts longer. They fight for over 10 bouts.
Progress.
Sort of. But then Lu Bu, with his halberd, manages to slice clean through Wu Angguo's wrist.
Oof. His wrist.
Yeah. He drops the hammer, obviously, and has to flee for his life.
And the allies have to save him.
Right. All 8 armies surge forward to rescue Wu Angguo. It's becoming clear. Individual duels are suicide against Lu Bu.
The allies must be seriously worried now.
Definitely. The fear factor is huge. And this is when Cao Cao speaks up again.
What does he say this time?
He basically reiterates his point, but more urgently. He proposes gathering all 18 allied warlords for a council of war.
To figure out how to deal with Lu Bu.
Exactly. His logic is clear. If we can somehow capture Lu Bu, then Dong Yu becomes easy pickings. He sees Lu Bu as the linchpin. Take him out. The whole structure weakens.
Smart. Don't fight his fight. Change the game.
Precisely. Classic Cao Cao strategic thinking.
But before they can even meet, Lu Bu is back again.
He is. He issues another challenge right outside their camp.
This guy does not let up.
Relentless. So all 8 warlords who are there ride out together this time, not sending individuals anymore.
A show of force.
Seems like it. And Gong Zan, one of the warlords himself, decides to take Lu Bu on personally.
A leader stepping up. How does that go?
Predictably. Sadly. The text says not a few bouts, so maybe a little longer than the generals, but still.
He's defeated.
Yeah, Gong Zan can't handle him. He has to turn and flee.
Wow. Even a major warlord is no match one-on-one.
It just hammers home Lu Bu's dominance. It sets up the desperation.
And Lu Bu pursues him.
Immediately. On that red hair horse, which is described as incredibly fast, covering 1,000 li a day, flying like wind.
So Gong Zan is in real trouble.
Big trouble. Lu Bu is right behind him, halberd raised, about to strike.
And then?
Then, this iconic moment, a massive shout rings out. 3 surnamed slave, don't run. Here is Zhang Fei of Yan.
Zhang Fei, one of the sworn brothers. What a dramatic entrance.
Totally. The novel describes him perfectly. Round, staring eyes, bristling tiger whiskers, charging in with his huge 18-foot snake spear.
And that insult, 3 surnamed slave, that's a direct dig at Lu Bu's history of betraying patrons, right?
Exactly. It's personal, right from the start. Pure Zhang Fei ferocity.
So Zhang Fei intercepts Lu Bu. Does he fare any better?
Amazingly, yes. He doesn't just intercept, he goes right at him. The text calls it a spirited and fierce fight.
How long does it last?
This is the key part. They fight for over 50 bouts. 50 exchanges.
50, after Lu Bu dispatched others so quickly.
Right. And the text says there was no clear victor. Zhang Fei is actually holding his own against the invincible Lu Bu.
That's huge. What does that signal?
It instantly elevates Zhang Fei. It shows Lu Bu can be matched, at least in terms of stamina and ferocity, by someone with enough raw power and maybe sheer nerve.
So while this epic duel is happening, what are the other brothers doing? Guan Yu sees this.
He does. And he recognizes Zhang Fei is fighting incredibly well, but Lu Bu is just relentless. He's not tiring.
So Guan Yu decides to help.
Yeah, it seems like a strategic move. Maybe he thinks 2 can break him where 1 can't. He spurs his horse forward.
Wielding his famous weapon.
The 82 Jin green dragon crescent plate that's like, what, 90 pounds of Guan Dao?
Yeah.
Massive.
And he attacks Lu Bu how?
From the flank. The idea is to overwhelm him. The text says the 3 horses, Lu Bu's, Zhang Fei's, Guan Yu's, form a ding character shape. Like a T or a tripod, boxing Lu Bu in.
2 legendary heroes against 1. Does that work?
They fight hard for another 30 bouts.
30 more bouts against both of them.
Yes. And Lu Bu is still holding them off. He's parrying Zhang Fei's spear, blocking Guan Yu's blade. It's unbelievable.
This is just... Epic doesn't even cover it. He's fighting 2 of the greatest warriors alive simultaneously.
Truly. It cements his legendary status, even in this moment of being pushed.
But then, the 3rd brother joins.
Liu Bei. He sees his brothers locked in this incredible struggle and decides he has to help.
How does he join in?
He draws his twin swords, his signature weapons, and rides his yellow-maned horse into the fray.
So now it's 3-on-1. Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei against Lu Bu.
The 3 sworn brothers together. The text describes it beautifully. They surround Lu Bu, fighting like a turning lantern. Just this whirlwind of flashing weapons and movement.
Like a turning lantern. That's a great image. What are the Allied armies doing?
Just watching. Utterly stunned into silence. Nobody's ever seen combat like this.
Can Lu Bu possibly withstand all 3?
Even he has limits. The text says he starts to falter, unable to block everything coming at him from all sides.
So how does he get out of it?
He spots a slight opening. He makes a fake thrust towards Liu Bei's face.
Liu Bei dodges.
Naturally. And in that split second, Lu Bu wrenches his horse around, breaks out of the circle, dragging his halberd, and just bolts. Gallops straight back towards Hulai Pass.
He escapes, even against the 3 of them.
He escapes. He wasn't defeated in the sense of being captured or killed, but he was definitely forced to retreat.
And the brothers.
They pursue him immediately. Liu, Guan, and Zhang charge after him.
And the Allied armies.
They see Lu Bu retreating, and this huge roar goes up. They all surge forward, chasing Lu Bu's forces, who are now totally routed and fleeing back to the pass.
Wow, that whole sequence, it's legendary for a reason. The poem about it really captures that, doesn't it?
It does. It highlights Lu Bu's incredible power, warm Lord Lu Bu unmatched in the world, but also the valor of the 3 brothers who finally managed to stop the unstoppable force. For a moment.
So the 3 brothers chase Lu Bu right up to the walls, the base of Hulao Pass.
Right up to the gate.
And this is where Zhang Fei, fresh from that incredible fight, has another moment. But this time, it's strategic.
Yeah, it's fascinating. He's looking up at the pass, probably still furious, and he spots something.
What does he see?
He sees Dongzhu's personal banner, or standard, that distinctive blue silk umbrella canopy waving on top of the pass walls.
Ah, so Dongzhu is right there, watching.
Exactly. And Zhang Fei has this sudden insight.
What does he yell?
He shouts out basically, "Why are we chasing Lu Bu? That's not the real goal. We should capture Dongzhu first. That's cutting the grass by the roots."
Cutting the grass by the roots. Asiu, capture the leader to defeat the bandits. That's a classic idiom.
It is, and it's a brilliant tactical shift. He immediately ignores Lu Bu and spurs his horse straight up the slope towards the top of the pass, aiming directly for Dongzhu.
Wow. From pure fury in the duel to this sharp strategic pivot.
It's a fantastic moment.